5 a.m. Here we go again. Another day and I'm right back in. I'm gonna lose if I hit the snooze, cause I know it keeps on playing soon.
What's going on, y'all? This is Travis from Chasing the Anthems coming at you guys with another reaction video. Today we're going to be checking out arguably the greatest songwriter of all time. Or is he? You guys let me know in the comments. Once we are done, I want to hear what you guys have to think, and I will let you guys know throughout. With that being said, if you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hit the bell to be notified of future videos. Like, comment, share, do all that kind of good stuff. When you're done, go check out some original stuff. We got links below. Our very first music video, 5 a.m., released just a couple weeks ago, and I want to know what you guys think about it. So you guys are watching this because you love music. Well, we're a band, and we're putting out music on a regular basis, and I want to hear what you guys have to think. So make sure you hit that link, drop a comment, let me know. Good, bad, indifferent. I want to know about it. All feedback is good feedback in my opinion. But today we're going to be checking out the king of songwriting. Now, I could be wrong about this statistic, but I heard once that at one point in time, that he actually had more lyrics, more words, I should say, more vocabulary than any other artist of all time, with the exception of Eminem. Eminem apparently has used more words, more different words, not number of words per se, but different individual words than any other artist. But Bob Dylan held that crown for a long time. Now, fact check me and let me know if I'm wrong about that, but that is what I was told and what I'm sticking to, at least for this video, until I'm told otherwise. But anyways, we're going to be checking out one of his early live performances, 1963. Pretty crazy to think that that was 60 years ago. And he is still doing his thing, which is pretty amazing. That is older by far than I am, by many means, and that's just him performing. So that means he's even higher up there in age. I don't know the exact age, but I'm assuming in his 70s, 80s, something around that ballpark. But anyways, pretty amazing feat. But let's check out this song, Blowing in the Wind, live, 1963.
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? Yes, and how many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is a blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years must a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? Yes, and how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times must a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is a blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can really see the sky? Yes, and how many years must one man have before he can hear a people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is a blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Look at the clouds and the high-tech backdrop back in the day. I noticed that when he was leaving there. That's funny. I actually like it. Well, so let's ask the question. Let's pose the question as, well, what makes a great songwriter and what makes a great vocalist, or maybe even just artist in general. So I feel like guys like Bob Dylan give guys like me hope to be a good musician. So I think if we break it down a little bit, and I'll explain what that means here in a second, is he's original, right? When you listen to Bob Dylan, especially in the 60s, maybe there were some other guys doing something similar to what he was doing. But if you look consistently over time, over the last 60 years, there hasn't been many like that. And Bob hasn't really changed a lot. He's pretty true to who he is. So I think being original is one key factor. Second would be writing lyrics that connect with people. And I think sometimes, obviously time periods matter. So 60s, 70s, you got a lot of things happening. Civil rights are taking place. You got Vietnam. You got all these cultural things happening, right? And so when you write lyrics that are connecting to the generation at that time period, people can jump on board with it and maybe even look past sounding like, quote unquote, the perfect singer with the biggest range and the most chops vocally. So I think you have those two things. Yes, you have, originality, you got great songwriting, and then you have the ability to connect with people through your words and through your lyrics. And so I think that combination then allows you to stand apart and to connect to people, right? And I feel like I've said this a lot of, over time, or maybe in conversations with folks, it's that in many ways, like, male vocalists actually have an advantage that maybe not being the best standard, what people think of is a great vocalist with the largest range, with the most skills. But if you can be original and be authentic and write great relevant songs, it feels like people can look beyond that. Axl Rose is another great example. Steven Tyler, great example. Anthony Kiedis, great example of bands that, are vocalists that don't have your traditional, sound. I feel like female artists actually have a harder time because of artists like Christina Aguilera and Whitney Houston and, all these like mega ranges that can, hit crazy high notes, but go super low and go in and out of it. Tina Turner and, with such precision that there's almost a higher standard, in my opinion, for female vocalists. But anyways, that's just my perception. But I think, for the time period and for those attributes that I described, that Bob Dylan really kind of fit that niche and has been consistent over time, and then has just produced so many songs, not only for himself but for other artists as well, that it's just kept him relevant over the years. Now, if a Bob Dylan came out today, it was a brand new artist, would he have the same relevance? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is there any artists similar to Bob Dylan today that you can compare that maybe he's not the greatest vocalist or the greatest range, but has those other attributes? Let me know what you guys think. Beat me up in the comments. I'm sure I upset some of you guys, and maybe I resonated with others. But either way, go check out Original Stuff, 5 a.m. Go check out our new music video. Follow us on all the other social media platforms, and hit me up in the comments. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
It's 5 a.m. Here we go again. Another day and I'm right back in. I'm gonna lose if I hit the snooze, 'cause I know it keeps